Yeah, welcome back. 2 weeks in a row. I'm pretty impressed with myself, honestly. I've had a little bit more motivation recently. I got some exciting stuff, big things happening in the future, but here we are, week two, understanding the charts. Let's get right into it. All right, so this week we'll be covering, candlesticks and trading view, how to chart. So starting with candlesticks, they're a way to read the chart, a way to identify trends, and a way to see price movement. So in trading, there's two different terms, bullish and bearish. Bullish means going up, bearish means going down. Traditionally, candlesticks are red and green. So how you can understand these is, and then we'll look at the bullish one first. So you're going upwards when the chart's moving up. So when a candlestick opens, the bottom part of the solid area is where it opens at. This top solid part of the main candle is where it closes. So if we're looking, charts are in different time frames. So if we're using the 1 minute example, in a 1 minute span, it opened here and closed here. Now these wicks below, above and below, they represent where price moved within that 1 minute. So let's say we opened here, we came down to this point, then moved back up all the way up to here, and then we came back down here, and this is where we closed within that 1 minute time frame. So the solid part is just where it opened and closed, and this is where price moved. So within this 1 minute span, we didn't go any higher than this top wick here or any lower than this, but we came down to here and up to here and then closed here. If you look at the bearish, so going down, it's just the opposite. So instead of opening at the bottom, closing at the top, you open at the top and close at the bottom. So we opened here within the 1 minute, maybe moved back up to here, then came down all the way here, but then closed out here within that 1 minute time span. So that's how you understand a candlestick, but they're not all going to look the same. They're all going to be a little bit different, bigger wicks, smaller wicks, but we're going to go into understanding how you can view the different candlesticks. So when you have a big green candlestick, it's solid, that means it's the most bullish, so it's likely to continue keep going up. Then second most bullish candle you can have is when it opens and closes up top, but there's a big wick down. The reason why you'd have a big wick down is that would mean the price moved down, but then once it moved down, a lot of people were buying in, causing it to close up here. So even though we had this long wick down and it didn't move a whole lot, the price moved down but immediately got bought up, increasing volume, and would likely lead to a continuation up. This is like a normal candle. You wouldn't consider this like most bullish or least bullish. It's just kind of in the middle when you have a little wick below and above. This is referred to a doji candle, so that's when you have a small body but the wicks are long on either side. It's very neutral. It could go either way from that point. Price could either continue upwards or go back down. Then this one, opposite of the second most bullish, but it's actually the least bullish because it's just the opposite. This one we moved down and a lot of people started buying to close the price up top here. But this, as we went up, a lot of people started selling it, causing it to come back down and close lower. Now on bearishness, it's all just the opposite. So when you have a big solid one, it's the most bearish, most likely to continue. This one, second most bearish, it's just the same thing as least bearish. Price came up, a lot of people started selling, and it closed back down. A regular candlestick, small wicks on either side, solid buy, just normal. We have another doji candle, except red, but so this one could either reverse and go up or continue downwards. And then the least bearish, which is the same as the second most bullish, price came down, but then immediately got bought up, closing above, which would likely lead to a continuation or reversal higher. Now, with the brief understanding of candlesticks, we're going to go to trading view. That's where I do all the charting, looking at the chart and figuring out where I'm going to place trades. It's easy to use once you get an understanding. There's lots of options and variety, lots of customization, and sort of like the go-to in the trading space for viewing the charts. It's free and it's excellent. Alright, so to get to trading view, you can go on the web or they have an app. The app can be a little bit more confusing to use, so I'd start on the computer. But you just go to www.tradingview.com. You can make an account. It's all completely free. It should look something similar to like this. And then up here where it says search, the main thing I'll be going over, because the main thing I trade is SPY, so you can just search SPY and hit enter, and then it should look something like this. Alright, now I'm going to try and go over pretty much everything TradingView has. Hopefully I don't miss anything. So first to zoom out, you can just scroll on the side here. If you grab using your left mouse, you can expand the candles. So if you're here, you can make them longer, shorter. Just another way to zoom in and out. But these are the candlesticks I talked about. Red and green. The green one's going up. They all have different wicks. All look a little bit different. If they're not candles for you, and if it's like a line, you just want to go up top here, right in this area next to these times, and to the left of where it says indicators, and hit the drop down menu and just select candles. Candles is what you always want to look at. Then to the left of that, these are the time frames. So they're what each candle represents. So right now I have the 1 minute selected, so each one of these candles represents 1 minute of time. You can change it to 2 minutes. Actually, I have the premium version. I don't think 2 minutes is available for free, but I don't use the 2 minute often, so you don't have to worry about that. But there's a 3 minute, the 5 minute. So again, just this red candle here, this represents 5 minutes of time, just to go over. In this red candle, see we opened here, right at the top here. We moved up a little, came all the way down to here. And at the end of that 5 minutes, we closed right there. And then you keep going, 15 minute candle, 1 hour. Naturally, they have an indicator on, volume. If you want to just turn that off for now, you don't really need that. You can just look at it like this. Next, if you go to the bottom right, something you should turn on immediately. Down here, there's a little gear, like right at the very bottom right of the price and then the time. If you tap that, and then right here it says session, you want to turn on extended trading hours. So this is pre-market and aftermarket. So the market's open from 9:30 a.m. to 4 p.m. New York time. So at 4 o'clock, the market closes for trading, but investors and I don't know who exactly, but people at Wall Street are still able to buy and sell, and they have it for a couple hours before and after the market. So the blue is after, this is before, but you just want to have this on to see what price was doing before and after the regular trading day. Next thing I'll go over on the left here, these are going to be all the tools you can use. So you got, if you hit this arrow over, trend lines, raise and stuff. So if you want to mark out like key levels, like this line right here, you can see this is going to be a layer of resistance. We came up to it and couldn't break through, came back down a little bit. There's a bunch of different tools over here. I don't use most of them. I don't know what a lot of them do. Paintbrush, draw, you can type stuff out. Yeah, I don't really use any of this stuff. But if you want to just, mark it up, do whatever, and then you just want to clear it, you can just come down here, trash, and then hit remove 5 drawings, and they're gone. Next, we'll go over, so there's indicators. Those will help you trading. I'll make a separate video about like what indicators I use and the ones I prefer, but here's the moving average. So this is the average of like where price has been. Price likes to move back to this target. So if you look here, we came up, came back down, went up, came back down to the line, came up, came back down. Price always moves back towards the EMA. It's a good target. Here's some more examples. Came down, up, back down. It's a good way to predict where price will come back to for either selling positions or even trading entries. Again, like I said, well, you can just remove the indicator for now. I'm going to make a separate video about all the indicators I use, which ones are good, which ones are the best. I always trade on the 1 minute time frame, looking for scalps, like I've said before. Some other things to set it up, similar to my chart if you wanted. If you right click on the actual thing and go down here to settings, I personally change the color of my candles to gray and white. This is just a psychology thing, because usually you associate usually, you know, you would associate wait, I messed that up. Hold on. That's gray, white, gray, white, gray. Usually you associate, you know, red and green with good and bad. However, I'm able to make money going up and down. So in order, you know, so I don't get stressed out in trades and just I'm able to stay calm, and I changed it to just white and gray, so that way I'm not looking at it in like green and red, good and bad. It's just easier to look at. It's not a big difference. You can just keep it at red and green if you prefer. It's all preference. Some other features. So if you just want to, you know, see different stocks, you just tap up here in the left, and then you can search whatever. Here's Apple. You actually don't even need to click up there if you don't want to. You can just straight out type. It's Walmart, Tesla, Microsoft. So you can just type it out. You don't even need to be up there. Over here on the right, you can have a watch list. So these are just some stocks I like to swing trade. I have up here. You can add them to your watch list so you can click through them a lot faster. Right below it, you can set alerts. So if you want to be alerted when price moves, honestly I don't use this, but if you're on the chart here and you want to see when price breaks above this, you can right click and hit add an alert, and then just create it, and then you'll see it right here. And then as soon as it breaks here, they'll send you, if you have the app, a notification on the app, or they'll send you an email. You can turn that off. You're able to paper trade, I believe, on here if you want. I would still use Webull if you're going to just practice trading. I think it's down here. Yeah, paper trade. I don't exactly know how it works. You guys can look up a different video about that, I'm sure. I don't know exactly how it works, but I've never used it. Again, I would use Webull if you want to practice trading. What else is there? Replay mode, that's good. You guys won't have it on the free version, but it's on the premium version that I have. So you're able to go back and back test. So if we want to go back to last Friday, you know, I want to review some trades, I can replay and go back. So I'm only seeing last week, and it's like sort of in like live time again. And then you can paper trade this way too. So if I you know, see this come down a lot, and I think after this candle it looks like we're gonna go higher, I can, you know, just buy 1,000, see what happens. Going down. These aren't actual trades I would take. I'm just giving an example. Here we do our moving back up, and then you know, once you're up, you can just sell, and then you know, that would be a little practice trade you could take. Try some stuff out, and then you can just exit out of replay mode. That's only if you have the premium version. You don't need it to start. I could show you a good other website that I would use. What else is there? Yeah, so session. You guys can explore some other stuff. I don't really, you know, it's pretty basic what I use. I use some indicators, which I'll go over in a different video, how to use them, how they work. But this is pretty much it. I just make sure you have the session on extended, make sure you have the candlesticks turned on and on the 1 minute time frame, and search and spy, and that's pretty much all you need, for how I view the chart at least. You can, explore around, see what you can figure out. There's other cool features. I mean, there's all different types of trading patterns you can do over here. There's you can do price range, so you can see like how much you would make and or what percentages you could make. I don't know, lots of different features. So I told you guys I would show you something else if you wanted to, take practice trades or go back and the past and try different things. So if you go to this website, www.atradinggame.com, I'll link it in the description. It's a new website, new company, I guess, but they're great for demo trading, practicing. So what you can do is you can go back. I forget how to do it exactly. They have a tutorial, I believe, when you first sign up. I haven't used it in a little while, but you can go back in the past. They'll take you to some random date, and just like the replay mode on TradingView, you can just like practice taking trades. This is pre-market. We can skip to end of the day. Skip to pre-market. So this is trading day, 9 o'clock, and then everything's pretty much the same as TradingView. And then you can go forward here. So maybe I think price is going to go back down. So here on the right, you can choose the direction of which you think price is going to go, and then set the amount of money you want to put on it, and then hit buy. So you buy it there, and we'll see what happens. There we had a nice move down. So when you go to your thing here, something I do when I trade is called trim. I'll go over that in a future video again, where we're going over actually how to place live trades and stuff. But we can sell half the position there, lock in some profit, and then we'll keep going, see what happens. We came back up, back down. Maybe I want to be out of it, so at this point you can just sell the whole thing. And yeah, you can just practice trading on here. These are all 1 minute time frames. It takes you back, I don't even know when this is, because it takes you back to a random time in the past, so you're not influenced by stuff that's happened recently. So it's a good way to practice. I used this for a bit, quite a few months ago. I haven't really used it recently, but you can try different things out, try different stocks. I believe they have pretty much everything. I don't know exactly. Again, there's a tutorial. They'll show you how to do it. Anyway, I think that will do it for this video. I just want to show you guys, this is what my chart actually looks like, and this is all I use. I don't really click on anything else. So after you set it up like this is just all I view, and I take trades off of stuff I see, which we'll go over in a future video. It all makes sense in time, but thanks for watching. I plan to post next week, hopefully, as long as I stay consistent, but I believe it should be next week. Thanks for watching. Any questions, leave them in the comments, or just ask me if you know me in person. And yeah, take care.